Hi everyone, welcome to Career Talk. There is one more comment on my channel which says that how to survive in the IT companies after 40 years of age. Should one get into technical stuff or should one move into managerial roles or leadership roles? This comment also says that I'm in my 30s and I'm kind of worried about this entire stuff. So we've talked about this particular topic, but today I want to share 5-step process which I generally teach my students or professionals who join my group coaching. This is a 5-step process which will help you understand how to think about this entire situation and how to go about this. There is nothing to worry at all. So the first step in the 5-step process is to identify the root cause. When we join the first job, most of us are not in a situation to make choices. Like me, I was not in a situation to make a choice that I will join this company or that company. I hardly had any offers. So the only offer which I had to join that company. Once I joined that company, inside the company, I was again not given a choice that, okay, Anand, whether you want to work on Microsoft or Java or Oracle. They just told me do this. And it happens with most of us. We are just told do this and survive, right? So that is how most of us get the first job. That is how we get the first project. And that is how we start our career. And there is nothing wrong with that, by the way. What happens after that is actually worrisome. What happens is we end up doing one project after another and just time passes by. So over the years, we don't give it a thought whether there is going to be a problem in future. So the first 5 years or so are actually smooth. Okay, you will get salary, you will be happy, you will be able to do the work. But you are never questioning yourself that whether my core strength or my core skills are getting utilized in this particular job or not. And whether the kind of work which I'm doing is of my interest or not. Believe me, there are so many jobs and so many roles out there. And to further simplify this, let me come to step number 2. You need to ask yourself whether your core strength is technology or whether your core strength is functional aspect or management aspect. Again, remember that most of us, when we get out of our college, we only know a little bit of programming. So we are not architects when we get out of our college. Very few people might be of that level, but most of us are not technically savvy at the architect level. We learn that on the job. Everybody who is interested in technology has that learning curve. Similarly, when we come out of college, we have no idea of domain or functionality. We learn that on the job, and that holds good for the managerial roles as well. We learn that on the job, we get trainings, etc., etc. We do certifications, and that's how we groom ourselves, which means that learning is not going to stop. All you need to do is be clear in your mind whether you want to do a technical role in future, which is, let's say, from a developer to an architect to a CTO. That's your path. Or whether you want to get into a path which is into business analysis, product ownership, product management, sales, etc., etc. That can be another path. Third path can be the most commonly used path, which is join as a software engineer, over a period of time start to lead people, become a team lead, project manager, program manager, delivery management, all of that, right? So these are the most commonly used paths. What may work for me may not work for you. It is just about time that you realize this. I realized this when I was having 7 years of experience. It was very clear in my mind that I am not good in technical things. And if I continue to work into technical stuff, I will get beaten up and I will struggle and I will work under a lot of stress. And that is why I made a conscious decision to slowly move into roles which were a little less technical in nature, which were probably techno-functional roles. And then from there, I realized that probably my strength is people management. My strength is process management. And that's how I got into project management, process management, and all of that. So step number 3, after you have identified your strength, is identify the career path in a particular stream that we just spoke of. And if you're not able to find out the path, just look at the people who are senior to you in your company. I am pretty sure you will be able to identify a few people who inspire you and you want to become like them. Okay, that is your path. If there is one manager who really manages well and you kind of get motivated to become a lead or a manager like him, then that is your path. If you see somebody who is very good technically and inspires you, then that role is your path. You need to identify such role models in your real life. So once you have identified your strengths, the role and the path, the next step is to identify the industry type. What kind of companies do you really want to work for? You may have got the first job in a bank or a IT service company or a startup or a product company, does not matter. But then you need to sit and think what kind of companies do I really want to work for? Do I want to work for an investment bank or a product company like Amazon or Google, or do I want to work for a startup? Each company has its own flavor. There are plus and minuses everywhere. And technical roles, non-technical roles, functional roles, management roles are available in each industry. So don't worry about survival. It is also about identifying what is your strength. You will be able to survive if you capitalize on your strength and do more of what you are good at. After you have identified the industry, then identify the top 10 companies in that industry. For example, if you want to work for a product company, identify the top 10 product companies. If you want to work for startups, identify top 10 startups. Similarly, identify top 10 investment banks, consulting companies, etc. Then go and check what kind of job descriptions do they have for the roles that you want to get into. Once you get into those job descriptions, you will be able to identify what are the skill sets that they are looking for. If you want to progress in your career, remember that the kind of work that you are doing today requires a specific skill set. But if you want to grow and go to the next level, you will need a different skill set. You will need to learn that skill set. So from being a fresher or a trainee to becoming a CEO or a CTO, you will have to work at different levels. Each level requires a different skill set in terms of technology, in terms of soft skills, in terms of role-specific skills. So learning is never going to stop. Alright, so if you're able to do all these things in a very thoughtful and planned manner, you will never get that question of how to survive, because you are so focused about your skills, you're so focused about the role or the companies that you want to work for, that this doubt will get out of your mind automatically. And lastly, the IT industry is huge. It's huge. So don't worry about temporary layoffs and recessions. This will come and go. The work will continue and you will continue to survive and thrive. Alright, I hope this helps. Let me know your thoughts in comments. I'll be happy to respond to them. Please share this video in your network. It helps the channel to grow. Do take very good care of yourself, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye for now.